Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again today on another one of our soapy time adventures. Today the fragrance that we're going to be using in our cold process soap is called Cocoa Butter Cashmere. This is a fragrance from Midwest Fragrance Company. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It is a warm, intriguing fragrance that combines sweet cocoa butter and coconut. Elegant undernotes of cedarwood, jasmine, and rich vanilla complete this unique, lovely blend, perfect for any occasion, and it really is. It has notes of coconut and amber, jasmine, cocoa butter, cedarwood, and musk. This is a Bath & Body Works dupe and has very fast becoming one of my most popular fragrances in my skincare line. We are getting ready to mix everything together. I have my regular batch of oils here of cocoa butter, coconut oil, olive, sunflower, and castor. I have also added to this goat's milk, kaolin clay, and colloidal oats, which are my normal additives. I am doing a 50-50 blend of my lye solution. I do add about 2 ounces to my lye solution just so that I can add a little bit, just be able to bring it up to temp. So it is still pretty much the 50-50 blend. It's not, I don't even know what the percentage would be with 2 ounces of water. But I am just adding that to the oils. I'm also teaching a class as we're watching here. So I'm talking to them about oil separation and how to know when you're at trace, how to know when you're at emulsion, and all the aspects of making cold process soap. These are my 2 new employees that I have with me that I am showing them how to make a batch of cold process soap. Cocoa Butter Cashmere Fragrance Oil is a dream to work with. I have used it in many products and I have had no problems whatsoever. The only thing, and I wouldn't even call it a downfall, is that the Cocoa Butter Cashmere has a ton of vanillin in it and does go very, very dark. So my plan for this is that I am actually going to be splitting off just a small portion of this, and I'm going to be coloring it white, and I will keep that unscented. The rest will be scented, and it is going to turn a dark, dark brown, like a chocolate brown. But the white is going to stay white, and it's going to add just a little bit of depth to the soap. It's going to remain really nice and pretty with a very, very simple swirl. As you can see over to the right of my spatula is my hanger swirl tool. This is a tool that my husband made for me using a stainless steel rod, and I have loved it. It works perfectly for what I need, and if I ever need another one, he will just make me another one in any size that I want. So I absolutely love using a hanger swirl in my soaps. I love the look that it makes, and what I love about it, even with all of the techniques in soap making, is that you never know what you're going to get. Every soap is different. Every bar is different. Now, you can probably see there's a lot of air bubbles in my soap. The stick blender that I was using, it has been having a lot of problems lately. I've noticed that this one right here, and it's actually brand new, but it puts a lot of air in my soaps, and it's kind of annoying. I haven't had a problem with air bubbles, but because I really tap out my soap before I let it sit to start curing and saponification process starts in. But I've got to get I'm gonna have to get rid of this and use this only for like lotions and whatnot, stuff that I really want air whipped into, because I don't want air whipped into my soap. So I'm just mixing this. This does actually slow down trace, I felt like, but with the coconut oil and the cocoa butter cashmere fragrance oil, it did start heating up a little bit. So I decided I better start getting to work really fast before we had a problem. If any of you've watched some of my videos from last month, my sweater weather, I'll leave it in the I'll leave a link up above for the video. You'll see what happens when soaps go bad, and when soap's what's called seizing or soap on a stick, you'll hear a lot of people say. And wow, yeah. So I've kind of had some bad luck with soap fragrances because I'm choosing to use fragrances I've never used before, and then I'm making great big batches. So right now I'm just adding my color. You really can't see a difference you barely see a difference in the swirl, because the soap has not started to to change yet. And that happens over the next couple of weeks. Even when we cut it, you'll see that it's not changing much color. You can kind of see a little tiny bit of brown around the edges, but it's not really that much. So I'm just adding my cocoa butter cashmere mixture into my 3 containers, and then I'm just adding my white mixture into that as well. I want to make sure that I scrape out my bowl. I do not like to leave any soap left behind. No soap left behind. And it just kind of becomes pain when you're trying to wash it afterwards. I let my soap sit for 24 hours before or in my pans, I let it sit for 24 hours before I soap with it or clean it out. And it just makes it nice if there's not a lot in there. It gets nice and soapy and sudsy, and I use it to clean. But if it has big chunks in there, it's sometimes hard to get off the pan. So now I'm just going through with my hanger tool. I am just it's like I feel like every technique I'm doing is different. So every bar is going to turn out different. So cleaning it off in between, getting every bit of that precious soap batter. And then I'm actually going to take the white and put the rest of the white on there. As you can see, I'm kind of tapping it out. I've had a problem with my table. My table I feel like my table's slanting. So I've got to get another leveler and look at it. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but such is life. And I'm going to put some white on there. And then what I've also doing is what I've been doing with all of my soaps that I can is that I've been adding a gold mica swirl to the top. I love it. It's so nice. It is so pretty. It just adds an elegant touch to the soaps. And I have really been enjoying adding this gold mica swirl. To be honest, I was thinking have I ever done it before? And I think I may have added some mica swirls to other soaps, but I don't know if I've actually done gold before this year, which I could have. I would have to go back and look at all the videos that I've made. However, whether or not I did, I am now, and it's fabulous. So I'm just adding a drizzle on each one, and then I will use a bamboo skewer or a bamboo chopstick is what I have, and we'll make a pretty swirl on this. And then we will put it to bed for 24 hours. Well, not 24 hours. This was done like in the afternoon, and I believe I cut this the next morning. So I'm just going through and kind of breaking up the mica. If it sits too much on the top, it doesn't tend to soak into the soap as much, and then you end up kind of with a mess. So I like to be able to get it into the soap at least a little bit. And we all know I have a bad habit of over decorating my tops. I just can't let it go. I can't stop, and I need to stop. So we got it there. I'm pounding out some of the air bubbles. And yes, my soap box broke. They unfortunately got left in the sink and soaked in water. And so the glue came off. My husband fixed it, but the glue did not last very long. So I had to grab a strap and that I have on another soap box and put it on there, which worked perfectly until my husband could take it and re-glue it, and he just super glued it, and now it's working fine. We just need to be careful that we don't overwash them, because that's what happened. But I do like to wash them every once in a while. So here we are the next day. I have let it sit. I steamed the top, and if you can see, there's like some little divots. That's where the mica didn't soak into the soap because there was too much on there. And if you saw the side, how dark that's starting to get already, it gets even darker than that. It is absolutely amazing. These soaps will be on my site in the next couple of weeks. I've just got to get pictures taken, and then we'll have them on. So if you can see, you can start seeing the brown line around the soap, and you can see that white in the middle, which is beautiful. But I can't, this smells so good. If you guys have not smelled the cocoa butter cashmere from Bath and Body Works, you need to smell it. It just smells good. It just smells, it's kind of a sweeter smell, but I'm not a sweet smell person, but I love this. I have made this in just about everything. It does darken up, everything because of the vanillin. It does darken up everything. I need to use a vanilla stabilizer. I was going to try a vanilla stabilizer. I just bought some for this next batch of soap to see what happens. I know it's still going to darken, but just to kind of play around to see what happens. I would love to use a vanilla stabilizer in like some lotion because it does tend to turn the lotion brown. And even though it's just a cosmetic thing, I don't like the look of it when it starts turning brown over time, and it gives brown spots in bath bombs when I use it in bath bombs. So I have to make sure I'm coloring the bath bomb a pretty dark color so it doesn't get those funny spots in it. So I love the swirl. Oh, that little wispy white swirl is so pretty. I absolutely love it. This has been something that I'm probably going to, a lot of people I've watched on YouTube, they use it as one of their winter scents, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to, all year round. I'm hoping that maybe for Mother's Day to do a little Mother's Day kit where we do a soap and a lotion and a bath bomb and maybe a candle or something in this. I could see it being made into, gosh, just about anything. And so we're at the third loaf, and yeah, they're all discoloring the same. And when I post these on my website, you guys are going to see how dark they went. They just, dark chocolate brown. It was pretty amazing. So these are a lot of fun. They're made with my regular recipe. They are so nourishing and moisturizing for the skin. Now what I'm doing here is I've taken my end pieces. I cut 9 bars out of each loaf. And then I take my end pieces and I get 4 end pieces after splitting them in half. And I put them in my sampler boxes. So if you're looking to buy soap, you're just not sure which one you want, or you're not sure what you don't want to maybe commit to a whole bar. These soap samplers are great because not only they're great for, a week or two of showering, bathing, but you can also cut them in half. So you can put them in little soap dishes for your guests or whatever you're wanting to use them for. I have a whole dish of these and I just grab a new one every day and or every week, and then I just use it till it's gone. So that is everything I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll take care, and we will talk to you later.